Dear friends, today I will discuss about the principles of lighting design. When you will approach for a lighting design, you must know on what principles you should work. So, let us start the discussion. There are 5 principles of lighting design. Number 1, illumination or visibility. Number 2, plausibility or believability. Number 3, compositional lighting or selective visibility. Number 4, psychological lighting. Number 5, plastic quality or 3D quality. Now I will discuss these points one by one. Illumination or visibility. Theatre being a visual art, the primary object of stage lighting is to provide adequate illumination so that the audience can see the actors and the environment properly. Visibility is achieved by installing various types of lighting equipment. The greater the number of candle power, the stronger is the illumination. A general practice in lighting the stage is to divide it into 6 or 9 zones depending on the size of the stage. These divisions help to maintain equal visibility in a performance area. Now, look at the photographs. In this photograph, you will find that it is a bigger stage. So, the acting area is divided into 9 zones. In the top right corner of the photograph, there is a landing space. For that, an extra area lighting is done. I will discuss later about this area lighting. If you watch the actors, you will find they all are equally visible. The number of equipment for illumination depends on the size of the auditorium. This is a box set. For this, you do not need to highlight the wall separately. The bounce light from the floor will automatically illuminate the wall. If you want to illuminate the walls with the same intensity as of acting area, then actors will be partly appear in front of the walls. If you need to illuminate a specific part of the wall for a particular situation, then make a special light for that purpose. In a realistic play, this kind of lighting is preferable. In this photograph, you will find that it is a smaller space in comparison to the first one. That is why acting area is divided into 6 zones. The seating arrangement for the audience in this performance was both sided. Here you have to be very careful for hanging the equipment for the visibility. Light beam should not strike the eyes of the audience. In this photograph, you find that audience is seated on both sides of the stage, face to face. This is also a challenge for the designer. Usually the rear side of the actors is not visible if they are performing in a proscenium. But here, when they are facing one side of the audience, the other side is also visible to another part of the audience. To illuminate actors in this kind of a space is a bit tricky, but visibility also has to be achieved. I will tell you this trick in the area lighting section. Plausibility or believability. There are some established methods of lighting the stage effectively for specific purposes. The lighting would not be logical if the audience did not get the impression of reality in the performance. Reality is commonly accepted because it is nearest to human experience. In order to give the impression of reality, especially in case of a play of a realistic style, light should appear to come from a source which is logical and naturally feasible unless otherwise desired. By throwing a beam of light from a spot with a color filter can establish the plausible effect. By using such color media as well as by manipulating the intensity of light by dimmers, great flexibility and a variety of realistic effects can be obtained. Generally, a brighter light for a day and dim light for night are used. In night scenes, a table lamp, a wall lamp or a ceiling lamp become what may be called a motivating source of light. That is, it is assumed that the light from such a source is the source from which the area is lit. However, in actual practice, these real lamps should be reinforced by other lights because the actual intensity of the table, wall or ceiling lamp would not be sufficient to ensure visibility. Now, look at the photographs. Where you will find this kind of board, Lido? Actually, this is outside a bar. Usually, quality of light outside a bar remains very soft. The dark area outside the bar is also representing the locality of the bar. The two colors on actors are also representing that one light is coming from inside and the source of the other light is a street light. To achieve the plausibility, you have to read the script to find out the locales and the time. In this photograph, you can see the motivational source of the light is a chandelier. I will discuss motivational source in the next module. It is not just possible to illuminate a bigger performance space only by the light of chandelier. So, along with the motivational source, extra equipment is required. You have to produce the same quality of light like the chandelier, so the impression on the audience will be of a chandelier and not a playground. Once again, look at the walls. Because they are not directly lit up, so the actors are visible in the foreground. In this photograph, the locale is a jungle. In jungle, it is a coexistence of both light and shadow. So, you can't do a flat lighting. For this, a gobbo is used. As per the script, time is night. So, you have to maintain the locale and the time together. Creating plausibility sometimes hampers the visibility. For a short period, it may be acceptable, but not for too long. If you watch the photograph carefully, then you will find both visibility and plausibility has been maintained in the situation. Now, look at this photograph. In the earliest scenes of the play, it was established that there are rooms inside, and this space is kind of a drawing room. Two actors are sitting in the drawing room, but how we will create the inside space? Watch carefully the photograph. There are three openings in the set from where yellow light is coming. It defines that some kind of bulbs are on in the other rooms, and these spill lights are indicating the presence of those rooms in the visual. The atmosphere inside and outside the window is representing the night. So, the presence of the bulb inside the other rooms is also plausible. Compositional lighting or selective visibility. Today, we need to choose light by quality and not quantity. By using spotlights by dimmers, it is possible to emphasize a part of the stage where the action is concentrated, keeping the other part of the stage dark or dimly lit. The lighting should assist in proper balancing of the stage picture, but this is not as simple as it sounds. What is important is to achieve a convincing balance between the lighted and dark areas, with perhaps an intermixture of dimly lit area if necessary. However, skillful lighting can direct the attention of the audience to the area or object one wishes to emphasize at a particular moment. That depends on the kind of play that is presented and the style in which it is presented. Pinpointing a stage property or shifting emphasis from one object to another can be done by selective visibility or compositional lighting. By highlighting such properties, one can expose the background of the family, the social or economic status of the person, and the spirit of the play with varying shade of psychology. In a multiple setting, 2 or 3 locales can be established in different part of the stage by manipulating groups of lights on different areas, by fading out the illumination of one area and bringing up that of the other. This is called shifting of emphasis, and it is achieved by manipulating the intensity of lights. Darkening of the auditorium by illuminating the stage can be considered a form of compositional light. Now, look at the photographs. In this photograph, you will find that action is concentrated at the dining table. The dining table is located in the up center section of the stage. In this moment, if you lit up the entire space, then for the audience it will be difficult to focus on the action. Audience will see every object if the entire space is lit up. In a play, the playwright chooses some important moments of a character, not everything in his or her life. As a designer, you also have to be selective regarding your visual. Have a look at this photograph. You will find that the foreground of the stage is important because action is happening there. So, the light designer concentrated his visual only in this part. At the same time, he has not ignored the ambience. Look carefully at the ambience. There is a blue light in the entire space. By using the contrast color, you can also do the compositional lighting. As you can see in the photograph, the action is happening at the center of the frame. So, definitely this is the concentration point of the situation. If you look at the right and left of the frame, then you will find two spots on two characters. Watch the face of the actor on the right side of the photograph. He is looking at the action which is happening at the center. The actor on the left side of the photograph is laughing. Why is he laughing? He is laughing because of the action which is happening at the center. This means that the central action has an impact on both the actors, and for the play, director wanted to show this. If you do it in flat light, then you will not be able to get the concentrated visual and the interpretation of the moment. To fulfill the demand of the situation, compositional lighting has been done. In this photograph, you can see that action is concentrated on the right side of the photograph, where the female actor is going to murder the male actor. As a light designer, one option could be that you darken the other part of the stage and focus only on the action. But once again, the demand of the director was that other actors are part of the scene as witness. Now, as a light designer, what is important for you, action or the witness? Actually, both are important, but through the compositional lighting, you highlighted the action, and at the same time in blue light other actors are also visible. Psychological lighting. While compositional lighting is primarily concerned with the art of stage lighting and caters to visibility and meaningfulness, there is another purpose which is termed psychological lighting, and it plays an important part in stage lighting by establishing the mood of the play. Continued experiments and experiences have revealed that light, darkness and color have their distinct characters and psychological value in conveying the mood and spirit of a play. There is a generally accepted notion that light is assembled of joy, happiness and life, and darkness is the mystery and death. A very useful formula ordains that light should be bright for comedy and dim for tragedy. We are cheerful when we see bright light, feel tranquility in soft light, depressed under an overcast sky, and helpless and fearful in darkness. A semi-dark set casting shadows with dark patches can present feeling of foreboding or death. Darkness with a spot of strong intensity on a single figure gives a feeling of mystery. A blue cyclorama expresses a cool atmosphere, and a red cyclorama conveys the feeling of violence or danger. The invention of the spotlight and dimmer has enabled us to acquire control over light. Within any given space, with the help of this equipment, we can create through light whatever feeling is required. We can fill the space with a varying degree of intensity to create the atmosphere of a dull day, cheerful morning or a dreadful night. In this photograph, watch the green color of light on the actor. This is also quite clear that the actor is not in a happy mood. Now look at the photograph which is projected on back screen. He is the father of the actor. The actor has a psychological fear about his father. He is dominated by his father. The psychological fear of the actor is visualized with the help of the green colored light. Every color has its own psychological association. Take the example of this photograph. Watch the long shadow on the wall. The semi-dark set is not conveying a pleasant situation. Moreover, the shadow of the male actor is falling on the back of the female actor. This is interpreting the relationship of the two actors on stage. With this kind of lighting, you can bring out the psychological state of a character. As you can see in the photograph, that the mood is pleasant, and this pleasant mood is treated with magenta color. Color plays an important role to establish the mood. The magenta has an association of happiness in human psyche, and that is why magenta is used here. Plastic quality or 3D quality. Finally, let us deal with bringing out the plastic quality with the revelation of forms in 3 dimensions. Theatre is a mobile 3-dimensional art form. To reveal the plastic quality of objects or actors, to bring out the roundness and depth, it is imperative to suggest contrast between light and shade. This is possible by using different tones as well as by fixing the angle at which light should strike the object. This can be achieved by using directional light with varying intensity as well as using contrast color from different direction. I will show you 4 photographs. You will find how 3-dimensional qualities are achieved by using the contrast light, color tone and the angle of light. Take time and watch these carefully while I am signing off for today. Thank you very much.